Hello and welcome everybody to the 2025 Mixed Nationals. I think this is what, draw 7?
Draw 6.
Draw 6, one off. Today we're going to look at a pretty good matchup. This is Team Falco and Team Leichter. This is actually the finals, a rematch of the finals from last year. So both teams are undefeated in the pools. Probably be a pretty good indicator of, not definitely, but whoever wins this is going to be in the lead seat to get the bye straight to the semis. So,
yeah, definitely a game for position here. As we get underway, Claire Moore's throwing the first rock. Got a pretty big crowd here in the warm room today. Should be a fun atmosphere headed into the weekend.
Really good start, Claire.
we should see some action right off the bat with a guard.
There was a brief moment of concern during the pregame practice that we had lost some of the curl on BNC, but now that the ice is warmed up and we're playing more true conditions, watching Alex put the broom down tells me curl's still there, looking at about 5.5, 6 feet.
Yeah, I watched last draw and it looked like it was still swinging pretty good there.
Has been a touch slower today, just a tenth or two with the cold weather outside.
Yeah. That one was not slow.
Definitely not on that one.
I'd like to welcome our 10 viewers, just singular.
Yesterday afternoon's game ended up at around 100. I was proud of people.
That's all you. You brought that in.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
Really good.
People heard far and wide that Sean Franey was announcing, and they came flocking to the stream.
I think we having Leichter on the stream certainly helps. A lot of East Coast following chiming in for them.
Yeah, that and Workin's teammates seem to be hitting the hitting the chat space pretty hard.
If you are watching the game and you want to join the comment thread, it usually gets pretty good somewhere around the 4th or 5th end. All right, good come around there for Claire Moore. So Nicole Aaron's going to try and lock one on there. This one is not going to get around the guard. Just taps it, leaves it on the center.
Let's see if we can't get one top button here. Really put some pressure on early. Just a heads up, we will give some score updates and maybe pan around to some of the other sheets when the time permits. There are some really good games going on. A really big one on A, Persinger and Workin. With Workin just coming off their first loss, this is a pretty big game for them going against Persinger.
Greg's team is the only undefeated team in that Pool B, so big jockeying game for position there.
Yeah, if Workin can pull that one off, that pool becomes a hot mess of humanity, so I'm here for it.
We love to see it.
And then we have Team Barajas and Raju. on sheet C, and then Team Man and Topkin on sheet D. So
We're expecting 4 close games here. Should be a good afternoon.
yeah, it's a time in the schedule where you're, as far as preseason goes, you're starting to play the teams that you're close to and you're seeding. So, although events like this, pre-seeding maybe better than what you would see at clubs or some other ones, but it's still not always entirely accurate.
Yeah, a little more of a known entity with a lot of the athletes here coming back year after year. A little deep there by Lance on his draw. Ryan Hallisey tried the run, but actually hit it kind of on the wrong side, and it drugged the wrong way. I think if he caught the other side of the rock, it would have been a little better result, but as it is, still a stagger of yellow rocks up front. Dave having Lance try the draw around again.
It's always exciting to see drag effect early. It's the best phenomenon in all of curling.
Line's good. Close, yep. Where are we? Where are we, Becca? Yep. Throw. We're freezing. Yep. Corner.
Making a pivot there to corner freeze on their own.
Yeah, it's a good judgment of weight or good communication to change that weight call as you came down. And otherwise, they would have been sweeping to stay around the whole time, be in a place that was completely wrong.
Not a bad result. Alex is going to see if Ryan can hit their team through this one here.
Yeah, I think the double is there. I'm not sure you could keep the shooter, but I'm not sure they care.
He's trying to get to nose if he can. Don't want to clip the guard, though. Oh. Just a rub there at the wrong time.
We'll see the guard here. Other option would be to come around. But if you ever miss that, you're in a pretty good situation right now. If you miss that, then the end's over for you.
Keep it simple. Make Alex waste a few more rocks, and then I think maybe you'd see something like that later in the end with Dave's.
Okay, Claire's rock. Line's pretty good. Okay. Yep. Yeah, we can go then. Yep. Straight. Coming around. Straight.
Lance sliding in to try and take this one around.
Line's good.
I'd like to introduce you to Simon the Prophet Jarrett.
Spoke it into existence. Not a bad result, but pretty easy to remove 2 here.
Looks like the call is normal weight from Laura, maybe even a touch-up. Does get the double, almost a triple.
I was going to say, did they get the bonus rock? Either way, I mean, great result. Simplifying the end here. Falco can't ignore that rock on the side. I mean, they could, but it'd be dangerous.
Got to make the hit. Shot rock is most likely going to be exposed after this. So. Good turnaround there for Team Leichter. All right. Nice little roll. Ends up poking out shot rock a bit, but it leaves the shooter under cover there, which is pretty good.
Yeah, and even if they get a little low on this, you should still see a good 3/4 of the rock afterwards. So.
Yeah, and I think Red would still be sitting shot most likely unless they get really low. So. Sweepers think it's a little heavy. Nicole's trying to bring it over.
Keep going.
It makes it a little bit of a difficult shot for Dave. I mean, I definitely think Red is shot right now. But I mean, you You could clip the red a little bit. It's going to pop it out. It's not the end of the world. The force would be on.
Yeah, you don't necessarily want to jam this one on the back, although even that's not the end of the world at this point. But I love a good bumper weight call here.
Yep, I think the main thing is try not to leave the double after this, and you'll probably roll away a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, roll away.
Yeah.
Thanks for clarifying, Dave. I don't know if that picked up on the
Right on cue.
on the mic, but I feel like they would actually benefit a little bit from ticking the red. It would keep it off the back red. It might move that one a little bit over and spread the two out after the fact.
Yeah, mitigates the double coming back. First end, a little bit of frost left in the middle. These rocks tend to curl a little bit, but Dave's seen a few here from Alex's team, so. Lance is on it for curl.
Got under it easy enough, and we'll stick around.
Yep. It's a good shot. It does open up the draw here for Alex, but there's enough pressure on him with red currently sitting 3.
Yeah, and that was always going to be there. If that wasn't there, then the double would have been. So Alex will see if he can generate a skip deuce.
You see Alex and Laura talking there, kind of where to put this one. As long as it's buried, it's great, but you don't necessarily want to be back 4, back 8, because that gives Dave's a chance to throw the in-turn and freeze right on it. So definitely want to keep this one in front of the tee line, even if it is showing a piece. I think you'd rather risk that. Looked up on sheet A just in time to see a wall of guards.
I was going to say, it's hot madness over there.
So 2 teams fighting for their playoff spot are getting into it in the first end. Sweepers are on this one right out of his hand, trying to get this one all the way there.
It was a great scrub.
That is an incredible sweep there, right on the tee line. I think it did rub that red a little bit, so it is showing a piece, unfortunately, but.
I think they're going to try the pick. I don't know that you need to get overly cute with this.
I think you just take this one out, leave Alex the same draw again, but just for one.
I know, but I'm saying I don't know if I can throw it quiet. I'll take a look.
Broom would dictate hack or board.
He looks pretty tight in his draw, and he's still pretty held it. So you think that's probably max? I'll take it, Broom last. Blow last. Keep going. Yeah, right there. Here, I'm going here.
Looks like board weight. They did tighten the broom up after watching Alex's draw. They held that pretty good, so I guess their thought process is a little bit more weight they can hold this as well. Probably Claire will probably hold it if I had to guess.
Yeah, solid sweeper.
Yeah. This one's hanging.
Yeah. Lance is trying to work it over. Looks like he should have a piece of it at least. Whether it's enough to move it out of the 8-foot.
I think just enough.
Yeah, that camera angle's tough there.
It is, yeah.
That's one we're not going to find out until after they move it, but Alex and Laura are looking closely at it. Either way, Alex has chosen to throw the draw here, so we'll find out if it's for one or two later.
Team Falco's talking like it's a made shot, so.
Sweepers are going on it. Nicole is not letting up. Ryan's checking here and there, but
Looks like it should be enough.
and that's in there. Definitely one. They're going to take a second look here at two.
Looks like one.
Yeah, Laura went ahead and kicked the red, so I'm going to assume they were in agreement on that. Taking a quick spin around the rings. Team Topkin from Illinois scored one in the first against Team Man from GLCA on sheet D. Team Man with hammer in the second.
I think there was, score of 3 by working on sheet A.
Big spring there with hammer, so
The wall approach seems to have paid off.
I guess after losing that game this morning, he's decided to be a little more aggressive. Good for him. So nice 3-0 lead for working after one. And on sheet C, I believe it was Team Raju scored one in the first on Team Barajas. There's people standing in the way, but I feel pretty confident about that.
Yep. Yep.
Always Ryan. Line's great. Okay, not much we can do if it is. Good start, Nicole.
Let's get the center thrown up. Over curls a little bit.
Good depth on it, though, from Nicole.
Yep. Team Falco electing to come around instead of setting up the corner.
A little bit new. Close, yep. Yep. Line's okay. Close, yep. 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 Hard. Yep. Hard line.
Still seeing plenty of swing here as they're on it,
Line's good.
trying to hold it
Line's
by the
good.
guard.
We're by. Line's good. We're by. That's really good. Good.
Having watched this sheet, this coming home on that that intern side, if you're not broomed down right around that, just before that hog line, you will see an absolute snap of a curl.
I think inversely, too, in the last draw, we saw the ability to curl it when it's on that side.
Yeah.
It's insane. It seems like the walk is walking sideways, so.
Yeah, I think there were ones that were all the way out in mid-8 or close to the full 8 foot, and they were bringing them back close to center. I mean, this one got all the way across center.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely, that I would say that side is historically a little swingier than the other side, but so far the ice has been playing pretty balanced. We had a flood last weekend before the event, and it seems to have worked out some of that.
Yeah.
Nice shot by Claire, but a great follow-up by Nicole. come and sit right on the nose of that Falco rock.
Yeah, no, that was great. I think it'll be interesting to see as the game goes on here. I mean, Team Falco's already had a game on this sheet. They with different rocks. They were playing yellow, but they may have been able to map it a little quicker or understand what's going on everything. Everything's pretty consistent across the board, sheet to sheet to sheet, this weekend so far. But sometimes that can be an advantage.
Touch and paint, but just a little deep for Claire on that one.
I think that's right for now. I don't mind just going this right away, but I think it's this.
Alex thinking he can use Ryan to kind of buy some time here, trade hits on that wing.
Yeah, early, no reason to be super aggressive. We've got rocks in good places.
Nicole's on this one early. Looks like she was able to hold it into that spot. Nose hit.
That one ran dead straight. I think you can throw whatever you want at it. You want to still do this? Wasn't it? Here or here? No, I like control. Yeah. This nose. Keep fighting wide. Yep.
Dave's going to ask Lance for the same.
Yep. Lead. Yep.
This rock's far enough back that I think you would need to see this back and forth hitting for another 3 rocks before you even consider trying to roll the middle. And now with that roll over, I mean, it's even still pretty far back.
Not the end of the world for Team Falco, but this gives Alex and his team a chance to sit shot after this, slowly working towards a chance to get that roll under. Alex is going to sit on that run opportunity as long as he possibly can. This one also over-curling a little bit. He's going to peek out the other side. Still biting.
That's on. Same thing. I think for now, I think they'll play that for us at some point. I think it's here. Yep.
Dave sharing the opponent's plans.
Will he be right, folks? Stay tuned.
She's okay. Line's good. Easy. Easy. Right on. Let it grind, please. Yeah, I got you.
Sweepers like it coming in there, just in front of the tee.
Yeah, good weight.
Control.
That club's full of a bunch of degenerates. Like, doesn't anyone work on Friday? This place is packed.
Well, allegedly not.
A little snow freaks everybody out and take the day off, work from home.
Everything you got. Okay, we got it.
When the action's this good, how can you resist?
Briar level.
That was an unfortunate miss there from Laura.
Right here.
It's gonna already setting 2. Dave's gonna try and get another one in there. If you put this in a really good position, even if Alex's team makes the run coming up that they've been talking about, there's a pretty good jam possibility that leaves 3 reds still in the house.
Okay. It's going to be a new line. Room down, new line. Okay, team's good. We got room right now. Close. Okay. We probably go back. It's alright. It's really deep already. Okay.
A little deep Not the end of the world. The worst place you could have left that is back 4 foot. So.
Trying to get the hit and roll in there. Ends up just the nose hit, which, again, not the end of the world.
Yeah, it's a tricky spot for Falco just because they do have to roll in just a little bit. You don't want to roll huge. You really just want to move a rock over, half a rock over. Make sure that you're still shot rock. But now it's getting to that level where this is moving forward. Alex is going to have the hit and the roll attempt to try and get closer, and he'll be above tee. So. It's a pretty impressive sweep to get that moving.
Yep. Good shot there. Still sitting 1-2. Alex will try the roll in. There is a notion here that if he noses and Dave noses back, he'll have the double opportunity, but a few options here still for Alex, so he's not super worried yet. I'm sure Alex wants to hold off on that run a little bit, knowing that now you've got that third red in the house, and if you free that yellow that's third shot currently up too soon, could result in a bigger end for Team Falco. So.
Yeah, if he makes this good, he might not even need it, honestly. But it's there.
Laura has Ryan on it.
It's going to be close.
I think they hit angle-wise where they wanted, just not quite the weight for that angle.
Yep.
Not a bad result. You're basically edge on edge with the other rocks, so Dave's not going to be able to roll low here. He's got to try and pick it up over the top and roll open.
Yeah, probably as deep back 8 as you could is what the goal will be here. All those catchers don't matter at all because the top yellow is out counting anything in the back of the house anyways, and anything dead jam still wouldn't make a difference. So.
All the other sheets look to be about the same level of cleanliness as our sheet right now, so rocks in play, but nothing crazy.
I was gonna say it's that time of the weekend. We're on moving day, if you will. Everyone should be comfortable with ice, the speed. Got to see people more comfortable with shot calling, and usually leads to more rocks in play.
Lance trying to bring this one over. He's got a piece of it for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty good. Right where you wanted.
Right through the hole and rolls it open.
Yeah, it's a great shot. So we'll see the hit and roll attempt again.
I was pretty light.
You have to come with a little bit more weight on this one to keep it high enough.
You did hear Alex just say he was a little bit light on the first, so definitely hoping for a little more.
I think it might be easier. Do you want here?
They've certainly tightened up the broom a little bit here. Give Ryan a chance to manage it on the way down. Ryan's on it early. Little on-off.
And he like in the exact same spot.
Yeah.
Just caught between. I mean, I think a hit and roll, especially if you're talking about like a 2-3 foot roll, is one of the harder shots in our game. And I think there's a misconception about how makeable of a shot that it is.
Right. Both of those shots from Alex were a fraction off of what he actually needed.
Yep. Yeah, another half inch, and you may get that. I mean, you're probably quite tucked.
Yeah. As it is, Dave's got a shot here. He just basically needs to move that to the back of the 8 foot.
Yeah, try basically a nose hit.
Yep.
Looks like board. You know the line just threw it, so. Good shot there from Dave.
Yep.
Mom and Dad were arguing, but it all worked out in the end.
If you hear that, you know it's close.
Yep. It's a good sign for Team Falco. It's a pretty easy going deuce, right? Never really any moment where they were challenged or worried about getting stolen or anything. So.
No, and at the same time, you know, for Team Leichter, you had a couple of unfortunate misses there, and yet, you know, still had a chance even without hammers. So I think from that perspective, you're also feeling pretty good about coming back and being able to get a deuce here and feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, it's just usually the way it is. Once you start getting to higher levels, it's all about not just the misses, but how big of a miss, and you're never really out of an end. Looking around the sheets, Team Workin's laying 3.
Line's good. Line's good.
So the force is on there.
Line's good.
Greg just had a draw to backing, which it looks like he's made, so that'll be 1 for Persinger to take the score 3-1 Workin after 2.
Really nice ball now.
Barajas got a deuce on sheet C, so they're up 2-1.
And Mann got the same, so both C and D 2-1 after 1.
Yeah, A's the outlier here. 3-1, what the hell?
Somebody didn't give Evan the memo to be chill.
Evan's unique. He'll do whatever he wants.
I'm assuming we have some of his teammates on board.
Top work. I like your line again. Line's good. Line's good. Room. A little bit of room. Easy. We have room. Okay. We have a ton of room. 14-1. Okay, Claire.
So after a center guard, corner guard start there for both teams, Claire's come around, ends up just outside the back 4. Alex is going to go ahead and take advantage of that, try and loop one around himself.
Yeah, definitely 2 options there. I mean, you could go around the corner that you just used. It's not a stone that's in a particularly great spot for the Falco team, but if you also put one of these in here, top 4, and you got backing, you can even afford to show them a little bit.
Yeah, that corner guard's a pretty good corner guard, all things considered, but I think Alex is thinking if he can minimize some of the risk, that'd be great. This one, though, whether it picked or not, has absolutely taken off.
Yeah. Yeah.
That definitely grabbed on something.
I think Alex just said that it did, so that makes sense. I mean,
When you're trying to draw center line and you end up covering the opposite 8 foot,
yeah, you hope it's a pick.
that's usually a sign.
Unlucky there. Although, I mean, they got it over far enough that it's another corner. It's not gonna
Line's good. Rope.
not gonna hurt him.
Ton of rope.
Even if Lance makes a good one here, Alex will have a chance to use Ryan to clean up that middle a little bit. This one sliding in top button pretty nicely. And on cue, the run back attempt for Ryan Halsey.
Southpaw.
Got a handful of lefties in the field this week. Had 2 in the game yesterday afternoon. This one going early.
Oh, unlucky to catch
Just
nothing.
whips by those in the house.
I don't blame you at all. I think it's a 2-3.
Does stick around for just kind of an off-center guard, unfortunately, too, with the shooter. So
Yeah, it's your call that the Simon Jarrett scenario. It's the worst case scenario, I think.
if there's a bottom of the barrel,
I'll find it and drill a hole through it. No limits to my depths, bud.
Okay. Whoa, we gotta let it die. It's gonna overcurl. It's gonna overcurl. We gotta let it die. Let it die. Don't touch it. I know. Yeah, we definitely.
curl just a hair more than I think Dave was hoping for.
Yeah, and a little higher too. They kind of had to leave it go.
Yeah.
So I think you'll see him chase now.
Ryan, mortar hot.
Kind of like a downboard here. Should be able to get pretty close to nose.
Yep.
Hair low would be fantastic here for Team Leichter.
Yeah, if they got the nose, I mean, you're moving them both. Even if you're not there and roll into the corner, that's not a bad result either.
Oh, clips the guard. That's kind of the one thing you didn't want to have happen for sure.
Yeah, it looks. I mean, tough to say from here. It just looked like the release was a little soft, and it pretty quickly out of hand started working over.
Yeah, he had Nicole on it very quickly. With that, Becca Wood will try and put back the guard, maybe a hair on the higher side this time.
Line's really good. It's over curling again. It's over curling again. Easy, please, only if you need to. Okay, gotta die. Man. I gave her another like half a pack.
It's a better line, but again, unfortunately, just deep, or sorry, high. So leaves us open for a chase, probably hack weight this time.
Yeah, Laura can definitely make this shot here. This one, though, starting a little further out
Yeah, got wide.
and warm.
Hard.
They're going to try and hit the inside of their guard, spin it in. Does grab a piece of the paint,
Yeah,
but
makes that run on the right harder now.
yeah.
Yeah, Team Falco can be basically just behind their high red, top 12, top 8.
Absolutely
Clear early.
fantastic.
Yep, gotta go. It's going already. Yep, it's going already. All right, line's okay now. Okay.
Sweepers are going on this one.
Still straight. Gotta go.
going to finish right line, but just a tight 3 guard.
Yeah, the third one in a row now that's come up short. I don't know if that line's just a little slower for the rest of them, or they're just not feeling it.
Yeah. Sweepers were on it right away, so tell me a slide was probably just a little bit light.
Yeah.
Try and get kind of a back 12 weight, push the shot rock back into the 8-foot.
Ryan curl, Ryan curl. Everything you got.
Laura's now thrown 4 interns in a row. And I think each one is just kind of hung a little bit more, so.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just a little more inside out than they're used to.
Something for Alex to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
So this is a little bit more than I gave you.
So chance for Dave to really put the pressure on here.
Yeah, same thing. If they can lock one in, full 12, top 8.
Yeah, then it's either going to be some sort of run from Alex, or you might see him try and draw around that out turn side.
Give a steal of 1 most likely, but
Yep. Yeah.
for those of you at home that can hear Evan working in your ears, things are getting precise over there, so.
Yeah, I'm going to set the line at Evan working broom slam for this draw at minus 250. You think you're taking that?
I don't know. You know what? He's been getting a lot better.
He's getting better?
Most of his things is the broom toss kind of up into the air and he catches it.
The silent protest.
If we're counting silent protests, I think that number is probably fair.
Gotcha.
This is Dave's first, and it is absolutely hanging out there. So Lance is going to take this one as deep as possible to avoid leaving a double. What that does, though, is it does leave Alex with the same kind of heavy draw tap chance to sit 1.
Yeah, and this time if he's a little heavy or a little wide, he's got backing. He's going to take away 2. Having that knowledge makes you a lot more comfortable about making a shot against 3.
Yeah, alleviates some of the pressure you feel in your veins. Pretty
contact, but yeah. I mean, your situation's gotten dramatically better.
Yeah, great line.
Yep.
Red is still sitting 1, but only 1. And really, no matter what Dave does, Lance or Alex will have a shot, just depending on how aggressive he wants to be.
Right. Fun fact, this will be the 5th attempt that this team's taking to make this draw. Let's see if they can make it.
For those who may not understand, Simon and I love Dave dearly, but we never miss an opportunity to drag him.
That's called true friendship.
They were calling for curl there. I think there was some confusion between the line call and the sweepers, but it does leave Alex a port to sneak one through, and it could be for 2.
Yeah, kind of that backline space weight, and I think it does it.
Our ice has been good. I will say we do not have the most lively rocks, so I think definitely space. He's looking almost like bumper through that hole, but they did see a few of those earlier. He's also, Alex is taking a look at that corner run, but that seems quite a bit harder than this shot. I think if I'm Alex, I'm probably trying to make this with about half.
Yeah, well, it looks like he's gonna pick the weight up and do more of a chip and not really give himself a chance for 2, but I think you're pretty excited about having a shot for 1 right now.
Yeah, you're increasing your shot for 1. Taking the curl out of it so much and playing a line that you maybe feel a little better about.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those ones where I think I'd be a little bit more aggressive. You can't make anything worse than it is. Giving up 1 is not the end of the world now. You're just down 2.
With hammer in the 4th.
Yeah. With the way it's swinging, even like a light board, I think gets off of that red rock soon enough and could go through that port.
This looks like good board. It's got a curl though. Oh, now it's going. Yep. That's closer to control.
Yep.
Makes it. Gets his 1, which all things considered is an absolute victory for Team Leichter.
Yeah. And then they were just reeling the whole time until Alex's 2 shots.
As it is, though, tie game going into the 4th. Team Falco will have hammer.
Just taking a quick look around the sheets. A lot of rocks in play on A. This looks like last rock here, so we'll stick around for it. It's like Persinger's sitting 1 right now. So Workin's trying to just tap that back, and I think it would be for 2. I think he just gets it. I think Evan gets his 2 there. So that'll be 5-1 Workin.
Line's good. Line's good. We got room. We have room. Line's good.
And looking at the other 2, Man got another deuce, so he's up 4-1. And Raj was forced to a single. Tie game there, 2-2.
Good. We're good. Right there. Right there. Good. Good. Really good.
Back here in our feature sheet. Looks like we have a center guard from Alex, and then come around by Claire.
Line's good, always Ryan. Okay, 4-5. Line's really good. Always Ryan.
I think we have 1, 2.
Okay. Yep. 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 Any bounce you can get on this.
Straight.
Is that slow drop?
You okay? okay coming the other way?
This is a lot lighter than they were hoping for. They wanted to get down to the red one there, and unfortunately they kind of hooked their own, which is not advantageous.
Okay. Here's okay too. We have room. Okay, two, it's okay. Yep, great. Here it comes. I think it's going to be really good. Line's perfect. Line's perfect. Yep, you can go. Yep, you can go. Oh, it kind of really good. All right, that's great. That's a good spot. I love that.
Honestly, I think this is terrible. What?
Yeah, Alex said it as well as I could. It is terrible. So you're going to see them clear out their own. And unfortunately, just a little inside. Does move it over a little bit. It's still not ideal, unfortunately. Dave will look to spread the rocks out a little bit now. Good scrub there. Probably want that just a hair deeper, but ultimately, I don't think you're going to see Alex choose to chase it.
Maybe it's this.
It's pretty close.
This is our last chance to make this, probably.
Yeah, I agree with this call.
It's like basically dead nose. What? Dead nose.
Even if you just peel this off, you're going to have an ability to make a double afterwards.
Really good.
Well, lucky to get two with the rebound there. Things are looking a lot better. Still, unfortunately, leaves the one guarded.
Or we can still do this. Let's do this. It makes it too complicated here. Yep.
Look for the same exact shot from Lance.
Okay. Here's perfect. Here's perfect. Line's good. Line's good. 14-6. 14-6 close. No, you're good. Yep, you're good.
Settles back
How much
four.
of this you have?
Ice seems to be holding up really well. That was
I don't mind
14-6.
coming out with like board or just that. But I think it's board. I mean,
For your
honestly,
hog-to-hog time.
You feel good about it. The freeze is second shot, but it's tough. Board, okay.
Alex will ask Laura to try and dig this out. Board weight.
Yes! Hard! Hard! Whoa, 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 curl, 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 curl! Whoa, 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 straight, straight!
Mid-call audible there. It looked like she just was slid inside the whole way, and instead of trying to keep it, they chose to try and do the jam on the back, which worked out perfectly. So no harm done. They did open up the shot rock too. So we'll see Becca try and tick shot rock under the guard and then roll open side.
Hold tight. Yep. Yep. Gotta go. Yep. Picking. Yep. Yep. Picking. Yep. Yep. Gotta go. Yep. Yep. Keep it straight. Any action off this guard. Any action. Yep. 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 Okay. Not disaster. Okay.
Sound like another pick. The second one of the game.
Forward or hot?
Okay.
I like cat better.
Hot? Okay. Oh, yep. Yes. 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 Whoa.
Great scrub there from Ryan.
Here, forward.
Try and hit roll open side here. Next to your shot rock.
Whoa. Whoa, curl. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Straight. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nope, nope, no. Good, Becca. Really good.
Good roll there. Be curious to see how aggressive Alex gets with the roll. Again, this is another one of those scenarios. If you get behind the cover, you're probably behind T, which I don't know that it's truly advantageous because at that point, Team Falco is probably thinking that they're pretty much forced. So then you're going to see them wrap around, and it gives them backing. If anything, if you tried any kind of dig, so I honestly don't mind hitting dead nose, and any kind of play on those yellows is rolling away, possibly rolls out, and could leave you a free draw around.
All right, I think we can probably make I think we want to go for the roll, Becca. We make this double its a bonus. So here with normal. We're hitting it probably here. So like take 2/3.
I'm hearing Dave talk about it here. Looks like their priority is the roll. And if they get the double, that'll be a bonus. I think to get the double and the roll, you're gonna have to throw normal to firm. It's pretty flat. Your main goal here, I mean, yes, is to make that yellow rock go away. But you definitely can't roll out. That would be a disaster. Then it's going to give the free draw around. Just not enough roll there.
You're rolling nothing, so just like a hair off nose. That's it.
He's probably got space. I doubt that's even edge on edge. Pretty good shot there from Alex. We would have liked to roll just a little bit more, but they're going to see a good half, 3/4 of this rock. So probably chase it with something down weight.
So be careful on the curl side. Although it kind of looks like it's going harder than it ultimately does. There's like an early kind of like move, and then it
Get as much as you can of that guard.
Broom looks like it's going to be board weight.
Yep, yep, yep. Yes. Hey, clean. Clean, clean, clean. Just clean. Whoa. Clean. Curl, curl, curl. Curl, curl, curl.
Good shot there from Dave. Pure panic on the sweep call, but it all worked out just fine. Team Falco will get their one. They'll be up by 1 heading into the 4th end break. This 4th end break is brought to you by Dale's, the official beer of USA Curling. Is your in-draw popping? Are you way inside on your out turn? Are all your hits missing the mark by a good foot? Try drinking a Dale's. Maybe it'll help. Probably won't, but maybe it will. It's worth a shot. giving a quick look around. It is 7-1, working over Persinger on sheet A. And then it is 3-2, Grajas over Raju. And then on sheet D, I believe it is 4-3. That person's standing in an unfortunate position, but I'm pretty sure it's 4-3, man.
Here it comes. Here it comes. It's sliding really nice. I have a 16-3. Good, Claire. Great start.
Oh, I just got it. You see it? You stick it around?
Yeah, but I watched it.
Cool. Loren might show up. I said Loren might show up. All right. Team Falco starts off with a centerline guard. Good throw there from Claire Morris. Cole Aaron trying to come around, but unfortunately just a
Top four.
little light, little wide.
You just want to throw really down late. If we can throw it well.
I'm sure most of you have all realized that Sean left me, and you're probably all disappointed about that. But I'm now joined by Tim. So thanks for jumping on, Tim.
My pleasure. It's by no means an upgrade from Sean, I can tell you that.
The level of positivity goes way down when Sean leaves. So
I'm here for humor and disinformation.
perfect. Two good ones from Claire, starting off the fifth end. She's been setting them up pretty well so far this game, so I think she's kind of finding her groove.
Line's close. Line's good. 5. Line's good. Line's fine. Oh, easy, easy, easy. Curl right. Curl. 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 I didn't know.
Not too bad there from Nicole Aaron. They were trying to do the dead freeze, but came up just a little bit short. It's tough because it's based probably edge on edge, so I don't think you can see him play it. It would be pretty tough to not end up hitting your own. They could guard it.
That's the best shot. Dangerous. Here.
Yeah, I think Lance probably just said it best there. It's the right shot. It's just dangerous.
Lead. Close. Yep. 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 Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Yep. 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 Hard. 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 Hard.
Wow. Great sweep there from Claire. Good shot.
Yes. Yes. Got it.
Got a lot lower than I thought they could actually get, to be honest. Never thought they'd be over-rolling. Judging by some of the action in the warm room here, I think that game on sheet A against person you're working is handshakes after 4. And Workin won that 7-1. So that was a big game. Working coming off a loss there. Persinger was the only undefeated team, so I think that puts 3 teams at 3-1. So game on for Pool B.
Okay, that's 3-1 in Pool B.
Yeah.
Yep. Line's good. Line's good. Room. Room now. Close. Line's good. Room. Room. Still room. Yep, you can go. Yep.
It's a nice rock.
Yeah, 2 really good draws there.
A little bit this way is fine too. You have a preference?
Front end from this game for Team Falco has been definitely applying the pressure. I can't think of any ends where after the 4th stone they weren't in the advantageous spot.
Makes it so nice for the back end. And the front end is good to set.
Yep. Yeah, Ryan's been asked to do runbacks and peels on almost every single one of his. So great shot for him there.
Same draw.
Always leaves the center, which I think they're willing to take that for the result that they just got. But we'll see. Becca would draw around here, try and get the top 4.
Line's good. Where are we? Okay, go ahead then. Line's good. Room. Ton of room now. Where are we? Yep. Okay, do we need a brush? Okay, straight. Oh, curl. Take it. Big roll.
Well, it would have been pretty close, maybe just a hair deep. So it just hung on him.
Kind of leaves a double set up there.
Yeah, I do think that's a pretty straightforward double. Alex selecting to leave it. As if you did make the double, Dave would still have another way to just come around again and apply pressure if he wanted to. So electing to beat them to the spot.
Curling like it's hot.
You want to talk into that mic one more time, Tim?
Testing.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yep.
We can do this again too.
Matt Culbertson was freaking the hell out.
Hi, Matt. Well, that last one was a little bit heavy. You know, it's not uncommon to see that in the 5th end after doing the 4th end break and a little bit of ice prep with the mop and the fresh pebble in front of the hacks.
Yeah, if I had to guess, it's one of those ones where you're way out wide. It was a much wider draw line than they've been taking for the rest of the game. So you in your mind, you're thinking it might be a little sticky out there. You don't really know. Sometimes it honestly is. You give it a little extra, and it turns out that it just sails. So.
Yep.
That goes a little deep.
So have you been getting any tee times, hog to hog?
I've heard them talking about them. I've heard like about 14.6 to tee.
Okay.
Depending on the line. Every now and then I'll pull up the stopwatch on the phone though. See if Laura makes the adjustment here. So she does. Great shot.
Nope. Nice shot. So it looks like he's maybe looking at coming through that port, hit and roll.
Yeah, I'm depending on the weight. I don't know if the roll ever sticks around for you. You probably only have a quarter of it. This is one of those ones where you play it tight. Better off hitting the guard on the right than you are the guard on the left. Looks like he's going to be throwing some weight at this. More of a pick out. I think it's their first inside-out hit too, so. Well, clears both guards. Looked like a little bit of a set back to center, which I know Dave plays with a set. Just may have been a little bit more than he wanted to, and sometimes they can ride that center. Honestly, when you asked me if I got any tee times, my mind immediately went to golf, and I thought that's what you were asking. But it is snowing pretty heavily outside.
Right. Today is not the right day for tee times. Well,
No.
you could probably get any tee time that you'd like today, to be honest.
Yeah. I have one tomorrow. I don't know if we'll get to play it, but I have one. I don't know if I want to play it, honestly.
Right. If it's far enough south, you should be okay. I heard there was no snow in Parker, but
It's South Suburban, so
maybe so.
The downside is I think it's supposed to be like 34 degrees when I tee off, so that's less than ideal.
You know, if you start there and it warms up into the mid 50s after a couple holes,
And you're all right?
that's great.
Find out. It's the first tournament of the year.
We've got the winter golf rules where it's got to be 50, sunny, and no wind.
I'm a little bit more of a sicko. I'll go out and do whatever. So I was just going to try and cover half of that yellow and get half under that red guard. This is
Might be over
really
curling
cutting.
right there.
Yeah.
That was unfortunate.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that it's a different line. You're you're not really going to the corner. You're trying to get to the mid 8, so it's going to react a little bit different than other things that you've seen so far. I think they just kind of got caught on it. Unfortunately, the wrong way. Gives Dave the wide open hit and roll. After this, he could be sitting kind of top 4 foot and buried.
Not a bad place to be.
No, Alex will have to draw against 4. Yeah, Tony, you're not kidding, man. The warm room is packed. I have no idea what all these people do for a living. 1/3 jobs.
You know, I think they're out on the golf course most of the week. That's why it's challenging to get tee times, to be honest.
Yeah. Just overcalled on the sweep a little bit there, and unfortunately don't get the roll they want. So it lets Alex off the hook. So just look for a nose hit.
So you've got the U2 warm room up there for comments coming in on your.
Yeah, just to see what people are saying. That way I can promptly ignore them.
You know, being an old analog dinosaur, I just don't even
Yeah.
check that stuff out. So I'm sure there's a lot of negative comments for some of my stuff.
If you want, I can write them down on a piece of paper if that's like a little bit more comfortable on the analog side.
Paper's beautiful.
Yeah.
I could properly file that in the
Yeah.
circular can.
Yeah. Put that at home in the file under C for curling. Unlucky there from Alex. I think that's one red. The dead nut jam.
You see that Connell hangs on the board. Yeah, one red.
Not the way that Team Falco thought they were going to get that one, but they'll probably take it.
You know, typically we could see the other sheets from here, but we've got so many folks in the warm room. It's tough to see what's going on. I'll take a walk over there and get an update on the sheets.
Tell you, Team Man is up 5-4, so it looked like Topkin got a 3 spot in the fourth end, and then Man got forced in the 5th. Sheet C is the one I have no view on right now.
Looks like Barajas is up 4-2 over Raju in the 6th.
All right. So that would have been reduced there. So all the games are within 2 points.
Watch this side. We lost the game. Okay.
I would think up 2 in the 6th, you'd look to get this rock into the house. Leichter's never gonna hit that. Not with the advantage of having hammer in 6th end and being down. It's always throwing the corner. So use the chance to set up your stone in an advantageous spot, try and get close to the top 4, never have to come around anything, and then you guard on the next.
So this is a question I like to ask other folks on the commentary. When do you like doing the corner instead of the wraparound there from?
So if they had gone with a 3 guard or a 2 guard, and when do I come around, or when did I throw the corner guard?
Yeah, when you throw the corner guard, you know, I chat with Sean and BB on that occasionally, and it's usually score specific, you know, and the score split that I've heard between them is like somewhere between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
They start looking at that.
Yeah. I know for our men's team, if we're down 2 and need a deuce, that's usually when we're doing it. Try and keep it a little bit more simple in the middle. If we really need it, then we would go with the double corners.
Line's good. Line's good.
2 on the same side, that philosophy's kind of died away a little bit on the higher level. I think with just the ability for people to make doubles. When you split it, it's can either be impossible or very difficult to make that double. So
You know, I heard a term for that this year. I think it was called the Ragnar, having 2 high guards or two
the
guards
same
on one
side?
side, on the
Yeah.
same side, and then the wraparound.
any reason behind that?
No, that came from some of the folks out of Broomstones.
Straight, straight. Straight. Yep, straight.
Curling a mile, over and off.
Yeah, here we'll see it. Split corners and 2 in the house. The 2 in the house are certainly not as deep as they would want them, but same point's not going to hurt you. So another look to cap that off of a guard.
2-3. Three's good. 2-3. Little curl. Little curl. Curling now. Easy. That's not me. That's not me. Close though. Close though. Curl, curl, curl. Curl, curl, curl. Oh, easy.
It's a great finish on that stone.
Really good.
Good judging. I was wondering if, with those staggered reds, you'd see Alex come around, and that is the call here.
So, do you like coming around this side or maybe tapping yours up?
I always take the draw over a tap if it's there. Tap to marry that weight and the line perfectly. It's a tall order. You really only, well, in my opinion, you're really only doing those taps if there really isn't another option. Unfortunately, judging by Ryan's hanging head, He doesn't like the weight, but doesn't look too bad.
It's moving over quite a bit there.
Oh, the weight and just snapped right off. That one definitely caught him by surprise.
Like this? We can roll under, right? Or we can get low and sit here. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's amazing how sometimes those rocks, they
But
look
then
like they're going
that's
to be
a mess.
running.
Right
And if
now,
the
we
sweepers
have
can
something here.
be
Like
patient,
this.
they'll catch, work their way down, and come into a nice spot.
You know, and often you'll see that on the ones where they think it's just very heavy out of hand, and that you're tentative to have the brush down to sweep, because you kind of want it to hold up, and when you have scratched rocks and all that, it's not uncommon for you to catch something or just for it to catch the curl in general and just absolutely come off and snap on you. But I mean, that said, if they had a heavy clean, maybe it was all the way in the back of the house already. It's just,
Exactly.
it's,
Yep.
it's one of those things. Kind of doomed if you do, doomed if you don't.
I've been trying to practice being patient from a front end curler this year with rocks that look maybe they're down weight, but it depends on the thrower too. You got some folks that are very positive in their release, and others that have no positive at all. And making that judgment call at the hog line upon release, some folks with that positive, it's like, oh man, I want to go. It's like, no, just let it work. In contrast to the very soft release, where you've got to hop on it right away.
Yeah, and then at the club level, I mean, you can see all types. So
Well, I see your much better half is here.
yes.
Just picking it out. I like control, Becca.
Almost got the draw there. It's going to make him chase. Yeah, going back to your point, Tim, I mean, I'm a big advocate, especially on the drawway. I really want to have that heavy clean, that brush down, just to kind of keep things straight and more predictable, and then kind of reassess about that halfway point down the ice. So good throw there from Becca. We'll continue to see Alex try and make this draw. This will be Laura's first attempt at it.
Line's up. B9. Hard ice.
Seem like they're a real big mitten team. I feel like sweeping with the mittens, my hands would be drenched.
Absolutely. I wonder if that gives you an indication that maybe they play skip in other leagues.
It's either that or the Broomstones Curling Club is bloody freezing, but it's warm in that ice room, so I don't know. Maybe someone in the comments can tell me if Broomstones is cold or not.
Yeah, we played the Broomstone men's last year, and as I recall, it was probably between 40, 45. Seemed like a comfortable temperature.
I just feel. I mean, maybe I can't say. Maybe they are wearing gloves. They just look like mittens on the screen. Maybe I'm just seeing it wrong.
You gotta make it. Yeah. I mean, same thing here, right? Like, the problem is, you can make it, it's just gotta be perfect. If you like this, I'm good with it.
Yep, Alex made a really good point there. I don't disagree that this is the call, or can be the call. you just can't hang this at all. I mean, if you have a full view of this rock, it's an easy double out, and it gets Team Falco out the end. That's why he was kind of looking about going around the whole pile on the intern side. But looks like they're heavy, so they're going to actually take it back to the rock that Becca just did. Good audible. You're going to see Dave try and chase here.
This is okay.
So I assume he's just drawing down to freeze to that shot rock.
Yep. Yeah, you could afford a little tap, like 2-3 inches, as long as you don't roll open off of it.
Right.
And the miss here is heavy. If you curl down to that back yellow, that's not the end of the world either.
That's a nice throw and a lovely sweep.
Yep. Had black pad written all over it.
Speaking of which, have you been playing with the black pad?
I haven't. I play with a hard line and haven't seen the need to change. And so apparently it's the wave of the future.
You know, I've experimented this year. I felt like the black pad definitely helped holding it straight, but I prefer the other pad for knifing.
Yeah. And was that with the gold line or the balance plus?
The balance plus on the black foam, and then hard line on the. If I need to be knifing, I like the balance plus.
Yeah.
Or sorry,
The hard line.
hard line.
That's going to put Alex in a tough spot. He's going to try and chip this over if he catches a little bit of the yellow, which, I mean, I think you kind of have to. I don't see how you couldn't. It should catch on that back one and could be okay enough for a second shot. So definitely puts him in a tough position. Honestly, I kind of thought they would look at the run and go red, 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 red. But it's always dicey throwing your own in. The two reds were definitely all lined up. You just needed to make sure you hit the top one and it was going to cut it off. That was the one thing that I saw, but not an easy shot by any means. You're asking for probably like a 10, 15-foot run back. Now if I'm Dayton, trying to play probably something more like back 4, back 8, and go tap tap. Doesn't come without risk. You got to make sure the line's good. You don't want to leave them the double out. this point, I think you're not clipping it. You're almost better going by. Caught a piece, but yeah, I think you're better off sweeping that thing by. Not straightforward. The crotch double probably loses the yellow. You might have to come with this with the intern at this. Turn he's throwing. I'm kind of curious to see. I think one will gear up over the top more than the other. Yeah, so he's going to throw it in. Good shot there. I think it's just for one, unfortunately. He almost made it so that he had to tick back up and move that top grab, which would have been real impressive. Either way, another end where things weren't looking too great there at the end, and it made that one happen. So.
Well, they get their lovely 1 minute break here to recoup and talk a little strategy. Well, you got any summer spiel events coming up?
You know, I've never been much of a summer spiel guy. The season is long. My body needs to recover. I switched pretty hard to golf and trying to heal.
I resemble that quite a bit. Usually by mid-March, I'm ready to take a flamethrower to the ice and help get it out for the season.
Yep. Yeah, I've got a couple invites to do Chaska a couple times, but I've always had something else going on and never been able to make the trip. That's probably the one that I would try and do. For Cape Cod's pretty good if you like lobster.
There you go. We're gonna try Kelowna this summer. We'll do a little curling clinic and a little spiel.
We had talked about doing the Kelowna mixed, but summer got too busy and curling priority is low. Kelowna's a real dump though. You gotta be careful.
So I heard Sean talking earlier today that the center lines that we have out there are a little bit wider than what U.S. curling is considered regulation. So I think we're a little bit beyond a half inch or so. So they're just going with the very center string that we have in place as opposed to the edges of the two outside strings.
Yeah. Yeah, I did hear that as well. It's pretty interesting. I'd be honest if I told you I never thought about centerline width before.
Right. I was wondering when it was installed this year if that was more of an ice crew feature to help align the blade or something else with the various passes they do, or if it was just creativity to make that center line just a little thicker to help folks with that center line guard in league play.
I think it was more just they wanted the three colors of the flag. I don't know if it actually went anywhere past that.
There you go.
Just over. Great sweep. Good team sweep there. In my opinion, as someone that throws lead rocks a lot, the hardest shot or most underrated shot in all of curling.
You know, I've got a skip that when you're trying to throw that hard steel, he takes the pressure off the lead by telling him to throw a 2 and leave it up to the sweepers to decide if it should be a 1 or a 3.
That's definitely one way to look at it. And usually on the first, it's not a bad way to go. The problem is the second.
Exactly. Yeah.
9-10.
I'll see Alex try and move these around a little bit. If he gets just a little high, even I think Nose will move these both to back 4, back 8, and give themselves a little bit of backing, set themselves up for the steal.
So judging by that broom, like backline-ish kind of weight.
Yeah, backline max probably.
Hard. Hard. Whoa, whoa. Hold on, look. Great throw, Ryan. Really nice.
Good throw there. I think you'll see Dave probably clean up. Lance, the voice of reason, get us on the peel the guard here.
Or we can take this one. I think that's not doing much. Play it tight.
That's a good point there from Dave, and good of him to talk that through. The super high guard, especially on ice like this, is nothing more than visual intimidation. It's basically non-existent.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yep.
Good throw. I assume Mayo's enjoying the snow today.
Yep. Yeah, he hates that it's getting warmer. Him and my wife love snow. Loren mostly because it gives her an excuse to stay inside and not do anything. It's her happy place. Mayo mostly because you can eat everything. And then it's colder.
Well, before we realized that you and Loren were living in the neighborhood, we'd see this giant white dog find the last snow patch of spring, and he would just have a heyday rolling in that.
Yep, he knows where his patches of snow are. And he'll remember them for years. That's the weird part.
Does he kind of drag you towards him?
Yeah, there's we're fortunate enough to buy some land up in the Rockies. It's a little high to like 11.6, so the snow sticks around there. And right now all we do is camp on it. And the first year we went there was still some snow up there, and he was happy and rolled around with it. It's been 5 years since we purchased that land, and every year when we let him out of the car, he runs immediately to the spot where the snow was. So,
Very nice.
Gotta go then.
guy doesn't forget.
Right on. Right to here. Yep. Really good, Lana.
Pretty good line there. Probably overcurled a little bit more than they wanted to. I feel like you're still going to see him take stuff off the top. You could chase. Problem is you kind of create a wall.
Get to nose, Becca. Are you seeing hack or back line? Okay.
Kind of hit and roll over on the top of your other red. Sorry about that.
Whoa. Curl.
What kind of professional
Curl
setup
hard.
is this?
Gotta go. Gotta go. Everything you got. Everything you got. Everything you got.
Really good to make contact with the yellow first there.
Great sweep by Lance there.
First thought is probably this.
So with regard to directional sweeping, I see so many folks out there calling for the curl. And I notice quite often the rock hasn't started breaking yet. And I'm not a fan of trying to knife it before the rock has hit its apex and started coming back. It seems like maybe you're carrying it a little bit further with that sweep as opposed to helping it curl over. But what's your opinion on that?
I definitely don't think curling within the first quarter or third of the sheet is worthwhile. I think you're basically going to lose that all day. It's just going to continue to run out on you. I don't mind doing it a little bit before the break. I do think you could get it going a little earlier. Maybe less of comp heads than, I mean, a cheater head is, cheater head you could do it whenever the heck you want. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. But yeah, I know when we play, we're usually giving it a little bit before we're ever on that. Probably about half sheet.
All right. I hadn't heard that perspective of which position in the sheet as opposed to
if it has or has not taken the curl.
Yeah.
That's because we do everything all wrong. That's why, Tim.
Well, let's just say I play with people of all different skill levels and see a lot of different calls. I've had a lot of fun subbing in other leagues this year, and you see the gamut.
You definitely do. When you start subbing around, it does make you better at judging, because you might as well just put the watch away and try and judge whatever the heck's coming out of people's hands. I do think it's beneficial from that reason.
It's a pleasure playing with folks that are very consistent in their delivery to where the watch is a usable tool.
Yeah, it does make it a bit easier.
You know, but I've ran across some very skilled curlers that they curl by feel out of the hack, and it could be a 3.85 to T on their first one, and the next one's a 4.30, and it still goes to T. And with folks like that, I just put the watch away, and well, I still time, but I don't look at it. I just give them feedback if they want it.
Yeah, we're not to say that we're a field team by any means, but we communicate up and down the sheet. So and that includes the thrower. So if I'm the thrower, I know what I'm throwing pretty consistently on a 14.5 ice, and if I feel like I slid a little slow and gave a little extra, I'm going to tell them that I gave it more positive than I normally give them. And that can help them out if they're staring at their watches a little bit. But, I mean, they always tell you not to watch. I don't know how they, don't live and die by the stopwatch, I guess.
Don't rely on the watch.
Yeah.
We had one of the juniors playing with us last year, and I think they were really used to relying on the watch for the kids on their team. They were very consistent, and we would hear that call being, the shot might be a draw to the tee, and the junior would be yelling 2, 3, and you start pounding on it right away. It's like, we had a little issue with the watches there, so it was a good learning opportunity of watching the rock and not the clock.
Yeah, there's enough variables in the game, that's for sure. Dave's trying to go over the top of this, so it's going to hit pretty thin. Line looks good. Good shot.
Did they clear that out of the back?
No, it's hanging on.
Okay.
He caught it just a little too thin. So you'll see Alex take this on. I don't know if he's going to take on the full double. You're probably just happy rolling over to get it closer. But, I mean... If he came right on top of it, that wouldn't be too bad either. But giving up 2 here is going to be tough. Got to get 3 coming home in a game where there's only been 1 deuce so far.
He's got the weight there to move it over.
Just underneath.
So close.
Needed the curl just a hair more.
Yep.
Half inch, if not.
So close.
Draw half 12 foot for 2. Giving you an update on some of the other sheets. We got a tie game for Barajas and Raju. Barajas has hammer, heading home in the 8th. Wasn't able to see D, unfortunately.
Looks like man is 7. Torin is 6th.
Yep. So it'll be man with hammer in the 8th. So lucky or not, we've got the slow game. So we'll see Alex and company go all in here. I'll assume double corners. Gonna see. This is one we've always talked about as a team, the putting them in the middle or versus the throwing through. 3's right around that mark where throwing through is viable for us.
And I like that the 8th, but if you're a little bit earlier in the game.
Oh, it'd be 8th only. But I think you'll see him go top four, guard. Make them deal with all that. His other option, honestly, is you could throw this one in or you could throw it through, and on their second, after they throw up the guard,
Come behind.
well, not even come behind, try the doubles tick.
Oh, sure.
And especially with
Really good, Claire. Good start.
Claire and the amount of doubles that she plays with Lance, and yeah, I wouldn't be completely surprised if they don't give the doubles tick or the doubles tick a try. And I think for that very reason, you're going to see Alex play to the center line. Use that no tick rule to his advantage. Make sure there's guards in play. Otherwise, three-dimensional chess out there.
It's definitely not checkers. Dave come out to inspect.
Must be on.
Yeah, from our vantage point, it definitely looks like it's on.
It's those non-legal center lines. That's why.
Line's good. Line's good, room. Here it comes. Here it comes. No curl yet. Line's good. Line's perfect. Line's perfect. Don't need the curl. Don't need the curl. Don't need the curl. Great. Nice, Claire.
Two good ones from Claire there.
One.
Yeah, exactly. Which we could have thrown him off that.
How much do you have?
Looks like he's calling for a one guard. Curl just a little bit there, but got her over the hog line. But Dave's calling for a draw underneath that guard they just threw, sitting about top 4, I believe. Looks like it's running just a little bit there. Oh, boy, that just grabbed hard.
Yeah, it did it ever. Let's see. Try and come in here. Probably freeze on that one that's on the button.
Line's good.
I think that's the call.
Yep. Right to here. Line's really good. Line's really good. Lower top. Gotta be well. Gotta be well.
It's a nice shot by Ryan.
Yeah, great shot there.
Leo, before we can do this. Time out.
Team wants to talk about this one a little bit more. It's probably a good time to do it.
So in competition, how close have you come to running out of clock time?
Never super close, probably more than a minute, always.
Gotcha. Yeah, we've seen a few skips throwing with seniors this year. 10 seconds left on that last rock. Still.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could see that even at the Briar this year a couple times. So always calls it a little close.
A little uncomfortable for that.
Kevin Cooey's never met a clock that he doesn't want to have wind all the way down.
Well, you got some skips say you can't take it with you, right?
Yeah.
Well, you got Coach Brian Brown out there on the ice, giving some expert advice.
Yeah. To me, my money's on the peel, but I think they're gonna.
I'll give you just a pinch less.
Judging from the sounds of it, it sounds like they're gonna come in. I just feel like if you get rid of both of those guards, it's going to be a really tough 3. Try and simplify the end a little bit. These are one of those ones where you're sitting in an advantageous position and you can get sucked in a little bit. I mean, if I'm Team Leichter, I'm probably happy to see this coming down. This be the call.
Ton of room. Whoa. All right, line's getting better. Line's getting better. Okay, close. Yep, straight. Hard. It's really good. Every inch, ladies. Every inch. Good.
caps it.
Just trying to do this. Bump this here.
Is that back line?
Yeah.
Okay.
Back line, back 12.
Sure.
You like this ice?
Yeah, now you're going to see a lot of taps.
Yep, yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. Laura. Laura. Hard, Laura.
That's kind of hanging a little bit there.
It's going to be close. I don't think it's going to be a bad result. Oh, through the hole.
They can make this now.
Gotta be three! Hard! I like this one.
We can draw too.
Hard!
Draw.
So what do you like here? The draw?
I like peeling a Rockago. Yeah, I mean, you're a little all in, I think, with the strategy that they chose for the end.
Yeah, it's a little late to be chasing with the peel.
I think depending on where this goes, I think you'll see Alec take on that double.
Yeah, straight. Straight.
Playing the chisel off this yellow. I just missed it. Well, now I don't think he does it. I think, yeah, draw the pocket. This is... I'd say Team Leichter is full in business here. Put this in a good spot, and 3 is very in play.
Okay. Whoa, line's curling. Whoa, straight line. Stay on the straight side. Whoa. Where are you? Curl, curl, curl. Curl,
Unfortunately, this looks a bit heavy.
curl, 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 curl. Okay, look. I should have just gone curl.
Like this now or draw again.
I don't mind coming in and out either. You gotta make a decision though.
I like the hits. All right.
I think all 3 players said a different shot that they like. But we're going to stick to the draw.
Hey, line's good. Line's good. Close.
Looks like it's all there. Maybe back 4. A little more than back 4.
Yeah.
Like, knock 8.
Just try and tap up the yellow. Get as close to nose as they can.
What does that mean? Curl.
This one looks kind of like space weight. It's really hanging.
Maybe a little in off on that.
I mean, that'll be what they end up doing, but it's not advantageous. Yeah.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate outcome.
It's tough to really when you're playing those taps. You can't really think about it as a hit or anything along those lines. It tends to lead to overthrows. Best thing you can do is, I mean, if you're throwing back 8, you could throw a T-line shot and have your sweepers sweep the difference.
That's a good point.
See him play the hit now.
That's good, Dave.
Yeah, roll right in the button.
Really nice.
Well, not to under, like, I don't want to say this. Alex is a great player. I think this is game over.
It's a house I would not want to be going up against right now.
I think it is this, right? And we just hope that this goes, this goes, this goes.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting there, and this is here, this is here. I'm hoping this goes.
He's not wrong.
This one into this, into this, into this, into this, into this.
This is always staying on.
Fine, but I have another shot. I mean, we need reds to explode.
No better way of saying it. Yes.
Yeah. Need the Reds to explode.
Can I see any of it? So I'll tell you what I think. But like, normal is kind of like that. I'm gonna throw easy peel, Laura. Yep.
It's not going to have a ton of this down from the other end.
You want to draw this? First draw this side? Or guard? Okay.
We'll take a look at sheet C. We've got it's all tied up in the eighth.
We're good. We're good.
Barajas
We
with
got yellow on the
hammer.
top of the 8 foot.
Raiju is sitting one,
Right there.
and I believe we've got the hammer getting ready to be thrown.
Looks like they're looking at some level of run back.
Yeah, Raiju is sitting one in the just into the 4 foot. Barajas has got 2 red just on top of that, and 1 red in the back. So possibly if they could run their red back and knock out Raiju, they might get 4 out of that.
All I need is one.
Yep. All you need is 1. So the draw or the hit. You always prefer to see those skips drawn.
That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this.
That doesn't always happen.
Nope.
I mean, like, if that card wasn't there, I actually think it's bigger. But I think I'd go yellow, yellow, red, 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 red. See anything else?
Yeah, I'm excited for this shot.
Really hard curl. Curl.
Barajas shot is coming down.
Missing.
It tapped to yellow, which tapped to red, and Barajas scored 1 with the win. So that's game there.
Sheet D, it's hard to see. I think Topkin is sitting 2, which should be enough for the win.
Here comes the final rock.
So sad.
Yep.
Wanted to see a lot more rocks move there, but I mean, it was a pretty bailout situation. So
It was a very competitive game, fun to watch up.
yeah, this is one where I wouldn't be overly surprised to see both these teams in the finals, just like last year.
Absolutely.
Certainly both capable.
Right. Well, yeah, you're right. That's a rematch of the gold-silver game last year.
It was, yep.
Very good. Well, thanks, Simon.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
Oh, we're gonna try panning over to the other sheet, sheet D. Oh, there we go. And it looks like they're shaking too.
Just in time for handshakes. Probably means I don't know who won that one.
We don't have to want. They don't have to be that tight.
We'll let you know once the score gets posted here.
So, looks like Torin takes that in the eighth.
Tobian, got to steal it too. Wow, that's a heck of a comeback for them. So Team Ann falls. I think that's their first win for Tobian.
Very good. I'm glad you've got good enough eyesight to see those names from back here.
Yeah. But that'll do it for us here. We'll be back on ice 7 p.m. Mountain Time.
7 p.m.
Thanks a bunch. Later, everyone.